Hi everybody, this is Nancy from the Summer Weekday Batch. I started working on the homework on Thursday, and you're going to say, wow, how did you do that? They didn't even post it to the forum until Thursday at 10 p.m. Well, here's what I did. I had all Thursday to think about what was coming, and fortunately I had some time to sit and watch my copy of the video that I had made of the class previously, and so I just reviewed it. And every time Jay started talking about something that I knew was going to show up on the test, because we were talking about child objects, we were talking about arrays, we were talking about redim and all that stuff, I said, I better copy this down. So I ended up creating a script. I had my UFT open over here. I had the copy of the lecture over here. And while I'm watching it with my earbuds in, I'm typing over here and building this script according to what Jay is showing us as we go through. So I'm watching 4 hours, however many long it is, and pulling out the essence of what he is teaching, right? And also getting a benefit from hearing it again in case it didn't quite stick the first time. And with the arrays, I'm just having a heck of a time making it stick. And then by the time we got the homework posted on Thursday night, well, Friday came, and I already had this pre-built thing that I just basically had to go to a website and stick in some numbers. So this is what I came up with, and we're going to run through it real fast. I am not going to try and explain it super well, because I don't explain it super well and I don't want to confuse you. Your best bet to really understand it is to go back and watch Jay's lecture again and again and again until you understand that stuff. But for right now, you just have me, so deal with it. Option explicit. System util, close process by name, systemutil.run. I try and do the things in the same order every time so that it makes my script more efficient, it looks nice, and I don't confuse myself. Then I declare my different variables, and then I did the set browser thing. And what we are supposed to do is we are supposed to find all the links on the page. And there is a set syntax to do this. Go back to your notes and find it. If you don't want to think about it, go back to the notes and copy and paste. He has it, all written out for us. Basically, it's set odesk equals description.create, and that is what creates that description library, basically. Or I shouldn't say library, that description connection, kind of like when you're connecting your Excel. And then odesk, and we're saying we want to find the MIC class of link on the page, and then we're going to set it into here. And so we're going to create an object that's got the page and that's why I use my browser. It's got the browser and the page right here, all this stuff, and then all the child objects that fit this description. And we know that odesk is every link on the page. We're saying we want every link on the page. And then I'm going to make a message box that gives me a count of every link on the page. Then I have to do something with that information. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create an array, and that array is going to have two things in it. It's going to have all of the inner text, and it's going to have index numbers for all of the inner text. And this syntax also is pretty well set. And I just kind of copied it off. What I would do is when I would get to that certain point in Jay's lecture, I would pause the lecture, and then I would type everything that I saw there in front of me. And I was like, I pretty much understand it, not 100%, but well enough that it's going to work when I do it. So basically, we wanted to get an object count, but we have to do -1 because it's got 161 items, but an array starts with 0. It's an index starts with 0. So we have to start with 0, and we're going to get that RO property of the inner text, and then we're going to make an array out of it, and that array is going to have the first item, then the second item, then the third item. That's what this loop is for. That loop is gathering those 161 items one at a time. And we didn't tell the array ahead of time that it's going to have 161 items in it because it's a dynamic array. We didn't know ahead of time. We just said take the object count -1. And then after we created that array, then I have to have some way of looking at it. How can we do that? Well, we can do message boxes. I don't want to do 161 message boxes. We can print, so we can look at it down here on our output pane. We can write it to Excel, which is actually on the next, the third, I say the third half, let's see. It's on part D of the first part of our homework. So on the first one, he wanted us to print. And he said he wanted us to get the inner text and the index value. And he didn't say to do it fancy, but I said print inner text ids and the array 1j. And j is 0 to object count minus 1. And then index value is j. And that's it. And then we end that loop. Okay, so I'm going to run it. Make sure I don't have anything down here in my pane. I do. Let me get it out of here. And sometimes when I run this the first time, it comes up 0. So if we do that, we'll just deal with it and run it again. There's Walmart with its many, many links. 162. And now it is grabbing each of those links and putting them in an array. And now it is taking each of those inner text statements and printing them out for me along with the index value. And that is it. I don't need to see that, so no big deal. And as you will see, we have a whole bunch of inner text bits. Hello, sign in, back to college, all departments. Those are all the links that are on that one page of Walmart. And then our index values are right here. How do I know they're actually index value? Starts with 0. So now, if we need to utilize that, we know what the index value is. We can capture it very easily and do stuff with it. But guess what? We don't have to do it for this one. That's it. That is it for the very first thing in the homework. It's a simple thing. It's a very short script. What you have to do, you're going to be turning in this, so you're going to save it. You're going to click save, and you're going to save it here until it's the like homework. I called it Homework10Part1B print output. Okay, name it whatever you want, but name it something that's logical, so when you attach it to your email, they'll know how to match up what with what, right? And that's it. That's the first one. I'll go ahead and get this up online for you, and then I will get started on the second one. All right, talk to you later, guys. Bye-bye.